Have you ever felt like your digestive system just isn't as reliable as it used to be? Maybe you've noticed that certain foods don't sit well anymore, or that things seem slower. If so, you're not alone. Many people over 60 experience changes in their digestion, and one of the most common challenges is constipation. It's frustrating, uncomfortable, and can even make you feel like your body is working against you. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be this way. Let me share a quick story with you. A few years ago, I met a woman named Helen who was struggling with this exact issue. She told me she'd tried everything: fiber supplements, drinking more water, even cutting out her favorite snacks, but nothing seemed to help. Then one day, her granddaughter suggested adding specific foods to her diet instead of just focusing on what she should avoid. Helen was skeptical at first, but she decided to give it a shot. Within weeks, she noticed a difference, not only in her digestion, but also in how she felt overall. She said to me, "It's like my body found its rhythm again." And guess what? The same could happen for you. Now let's talk about why this happens. As we age, our bodies go through natural changes that can affect digestion. For example, the muscles in your gastrointestinal tract may become less efficient, and your gut might produce fewer enzymes needed to break down food. Add to that factors like reduced physical activity, medication side effects, or dehydration, and it's no wonder constipation becomes such a common concern. But here's the thing, what you eat plays a huge role in keeping things moving smoothly. Studies show that dietary choices can significantly impact gut health, especially after 60. In fact, research published in the Journal of Nutrition highlights how certain foods can promote regularity by supporting healthy gut bacteria and improving bowel function. Before we dive deeper into these life-changing foods, I want to make one thing clear. This video is for informational purposes only and is based on publicly available research. Everyone's health is different, so always consult your doctor or a qualified healthcare provider before making any changes to your lifestyle, diet, or exercise routine. Scientific knowledge is always evolving, and what works for one person may not work for another. With that said, let's get started. The first food I want to talk about is something you've probably heard of before: prunes. Now, I know what you're thinking. Prunes? Really? But hear me out. Prunes are more than just an old-fashioned remedy. They're packed with fiber and sorbitol, a natural sugar alcohol that acts as a gentle laxative. A study from the University of Iowa found that eating just 5 prunes a day can improve stool consistency and frequency. Plus, they're easy to incorporate into your routine. You can snack on them plain, chop them up and add them to oatmeal, or even blend them into smoothies. But prunes aren't the only heroes when it comes to digestive health. Another powerhouse food is flax seeds. These tiny seeds are rich in both soluble and insoluble fiber, which means they help bulk up your stool while also feeding the good bacteria in your gut. One study showed that participants who added flax seeds to their diet experienced significant improvements in bowel regularity within just a few weeks. The best part, flax seeds are incredibly versatile. Sprinkle ground flax seeds onto yogurt, mix them into baked goods, or stir them into soups and stews. Now here's where things get really interesting. While fiber is essential, hydration is equally important. Without enough water, all that fiber won't do much good. It needs liquid to move through your system effectively. That's why pairing high-fiber foods with plenty of fluids is key. Think of it like this. Fiber is the broom that sweeps your intestines clean, but water is the lubricant that keeps everything flowing smoothly. Now that we've covered the basics of fiber and hydration, let's talk about another game changer: probiotics. Did you know that your gut is home to trillions of bacteria that play a critical role in digestion? When those bacteria are out of balance, it can lead to issues like bloating, gas, and, you guessed it, constipation. Probiotic-rich foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi can help restore that balance and keep your gut happy. Research suggests that regularly consuming probiotics can reduce symptoms of constipation and improve overall gut health. So far, we've talked about prunes, flax seeds, hydration, and probiotics, but there's still more to explore. Because while these foods are powerful on their own, combining them with other nutrient-dense options creates a synergy that transforms your digestion completely. Stick around, because next, we'll uncover another group of foods that not only support regularity, but also boost your energy and overall well-being. Now that we've covered the basics of fiber, hydration, and probiotics, let's dive into another group of foods that can truly transform your digestive health. And they might surprise you. Have you ever thought about how much your gut loves healthy fats? It's true. Healthy fats not only support overall wellness, but also play a key role in keeping your digestion running smoothly. One standout food in this category is avocados. Avocados are often celebrated for their heart-healthy monounsaturated fats, but they're also packed with fiber, about 10 grams per medium avocado. That combination makes them a double threat when it comes to supporting regularity. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who included avocados in their diet had better gut health and more consistent bowel movements compared to those who didn't. Plus, avocados are incredibly versatile. You can spread them on toast, blend them into smoothies for a creamy texture, or toss them into salads for an extra dose of nutrients. But here's where things get even more exciting. Another food that deserves a spot on your plate is sweet potatoes. These vibrant root vegetables are rich in both fiber and magnesium, two nutrients that are essential for healthy digestion. Magnesium, in particular, acts as a natural muscle relaxant, helping to ease tension in the intestines and promote smoother bowel movements. Research shows that increasing your intake of magnesium-rich foods like sweet potatoes can reduce symptoms of constipation significantly. And the best part? Sweet potatoes are delicious whether roasted, mashed, or baked into fries. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. What if I don't like these foods, or I'm not sure how to prepare them? Trust me, you're not alone. Many people feel overwhelmed by the idea of changing their diet, especially when they're used to eating a certain way. But here's the thing, you don't have to overhaul everything overnight. Start small. Maybe it's swapping white toast for whole grain bread topped with avocado slices. Or perhaps it's trading regular potatoes for sweet potatoes at dinner. These little changes add up over time and can make a big difference in how you feel. Let me share another story with you. A few years back, I met a man named George who was struggling with chronic constipation. He loved his comfort foods, white bread, processed snacks, and sugary cereals, but he knew they weren't doing him any favors. His doctor suggested trying healthier alternatives, but George wasn't convinced. Then one day, his daughter brought over a dish of roasted sweet potatoes seasoned with olive oil and rosemary. To his surprise, he loved it. From there, he started experimenting with other nutrient-dense foods, like adding chia seeds to his morning oatmeal or snacking on almonds instead of chips. Slowly but surely, his digestion improved, and so did his energy levels. Here's another powerful tip. Don't underestimate the impact of spices and herbs. Certain seasonings like ginger and turmeric have been shown to support digestive health. Ginger, for example, has long been used as a natural remedy for nausea and bloating. It works by stimulating the production of digestive enzymes, which helps food move through your system more efficiently. Turmeric, on the other hand, contains curcumin, a compound with anti-inflammatory properties that can soothe an irritated gut. You can easily add fresh ginger to tea, stir turmeric into soups or stews, or even sprinkle them onto roasted vegetables for an extra flavor boost. Of course, while these foods are incredibly beneficial, they work best when paired with mindful eating habits. Have you ever noticed how rushed meals can leave you feeling sluggish or bloated? That's because stress and distraction can interfere with your body's ability to digest food properly. Taking the time to sit down, chew thoroughly, and savor your meals sends signals to your brain that it's safe to activate the digestive process. Studies show that mindful eating can improve digestion, reduce symptoms of indigestion, and even enhance nutrient absorption. Now let's talk about something else that often gets overlooked: hydration beyond water. While drinking plenty of water is essential, herbal teas can also be a wonderful addition to your routine. Teas like peppermint, chamomile, and fennel have natural compounds that relax the muscles of the gastrointestinal tract, making it easier for waste to pass through. In fact, a study conducted in Germany found that participants who drank fennel tea reported significant improvements in constipation symptoms within just a few days. So next time you're craving something warm and soothing, reach for a cup of herbal tea instead of coffee or soda. By now, you're probably starting to see a pattern. The foods we choose, and how we incorporate them into our lives, can have a profound impact on our digestion and overall well-being. But here's the catch: It's not just about what you eat, it's also about consistency. Making these changes once in a while won't yield the same results as incorporating them into your daily routine. Think of it like brushing your teeth. It's not a one-time fix, but rather a lifelong habit that keeps everything running smoothly. So far, we've explored prunes, flax seeds, avocados, sweet potatoes, healthy fats, spices, and herbal teas. Each of these foods brings something unique to the table, working together to create a digestive system that feels lighter, more efficient, and less prone to discomfort. But we're not done yet, because while nutrition plays a huge role, there's another factor that can either make or break your progress: movement. Stick around, because we're about to uncover how staying active can supercharge your digestion and help you feel your best. Now that we've covered the power of nutrient-dense foods and mindful eating habits, let's talk about another game changer for your digestion: movement. You might be thinking, I'm not exactly an athlete anymore, or how much can a little bit of activity really help? Here's the truth: staying active doesn't mean you need to run marathons or lift heavy weights. Even small amounts of movement can make a world of difference in keeping your digestive system healthy and your body feeling great. Let me tell you about Margaret. She was 68 when she first started experiencing issues with constipation. At first, she thought it was just part of getting older, but her doctor suggested trying something simple: walking. Margaret wasn't thrilled about the idea at first. She hadn't exercised regularly in years and assumed it was too late to start. But she decided to give it a shot. Every morning, she'd lace up her sneakers and take a short walk around her neighborhood. At first, it was just 5 minutes, then 10. Eventually, she worked her way up to 20 or 30 minutes. Within weeks, she noticed something incredible. Her digestion had improved dramatically. She told me, "It's like my body woke up again." Here's why movement works so well. Physical activity stimulates the muscles in your intestines, helping food move through your system more efficiently. A study from the University of Birmingham found that even light physical activity, like walking or gentle yoga, can improve bowel function and reduce symptoms of constipation. And it's not just about digestion. Regular movement also boosts energy levels, improves mood, and supports overall health. It's a win-win-win. Speaking of yoga, let's talk about how certain poses can specifically target your digestive system. Poses like cat-cow, child's pose, and seated forward bend gently massage your abdominal organs, encouraging waste to move through your intestines. These stretches are especially helpful if you're feeling bloated or backed up. I once met a woman named Ruth who swore by her nightly yoga routine. She said, "I used to dread mealtime because I knew I'd feel sluggish afterward. Now a few minutes of yoga helps me feel lighter and more comfortable." If yoga isn't your thing, don't worry. Simple stretches like twisting your torso or bending forward can have a similar effect. But here's where things get tricky. Staying consistent with these habits isn't always easy, especially when life gets busy or motivation wanes. Maybe you're dealing with joint pain or fatigue, or maybe you're just not sure where to start. Let me reassure you, you're not alone. Many people face these challenges, but there are ways to overcome them. One strategy is to pair new habits with activities you already enjoy. For example, if you love watching TV in the evenings, try doing some seated stretches during commercial breaks. Or if you enjoy spending time outdoors, make it a point to walk for 10 minutes after breakfast. The key is finding what works for you and making it enjoyable. Another common obstacle is mindset. Many people assume that aging means slowing down, both physically and mentally. But research tells a different story. A study from Johns Hopkins University suggests that staying socially engaged and maintaining a positive outlook can significantly impact your health as you age. In fact, people who stay connected with friends, family, or community groups tend to report better digestion, improved mood, and even a stronger immune system. Why? Because social connections reduce stress, a major contributor to digestive issues, and provide motivation to keep moving forward. Let me share one more story with you. A man named Paul didn't start prioritizing his health until he turned 72. By then, he was struggling with chronic constipation, low energy, and joint pain. His turning point came when his granddaughter invited him to join her for a weekly gardening session. At first, Paul thought it sounded silly. He hadn't gardened in decades, but he decided to give it a try. To his surprise, he loved it. Not only did the light physical activity help his digestion, but the sense of purpose and connection made him feel alive again. He told me, "I didn't realize how much I'd been holding myself back by assuming I was too old to try new things." This brings us to an important point. Mindset matters just as much as action. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking, "What's the point? I'm too far gone." But here's the truth, you're never too old to make positive changes. Every step you take toward better health is a step worth celebrating. Whether it's swapping processed snacks for nutrient-rich foods, taking a short walk each day, or simply drinking an extra glass of water, these small choices add up over time. Of course, staying motivated isn't always easy, especially when progress feels slow. That's why it's important to focus on how these changes make you feel rather than waiting for dramatic results. Did you notice less bloating after adding prunes to your diet? Did your energy levels improve after a morning walk? Celebrate those wins, no matter how small they seem. They're proof that you're moving in the right direction. Now that you have all these tools, nutrient-dense foods, hydration, mindful eating, movement, and a positive mindset, let's wrap things up with some final words of encouragement and a simple challenge you can start today. Because here's the thing, improving your digestion isn't just about feeling better in the short term. It's about creating lasting habits that support your long-term well-being. Stick around, because we're about to bring everything together and leave you with a clear path forward. We've covered a lot of ground today, haven't we? From nutrient-packed foods like prunes, avocados, and sweet potatoes to the gentle power of movement and the importance of mindset, I hope you're feeling inspired to take charge of your digestive health and your overall well-being. Because here's the truth, aging doesn't mean giving up on feeling good. It means finding smarter, more intentional ways to support your body so you can live life to the fullest. Let's recap what we've learned. First, constipation isn't something you just have to accept as part of getting older. By incorporating fiber-rich foods like prunes and flax seeds, healthy fats like avocados, and magnesium-packed options like sweet potatoes, you can give your digestion the boost it needs. Pair those foods with plenty of water and herbal teas, and you're setting yourself up for success. But it's not just about what you eat, it's also about how you move. Whether it's a daily walk, some gentle yoga, or even gardening, staying active keeps your digestive system running smoothly while boosting your energy and mood. And let's not forget the power of mindset. Staying positive, connected, and open to trying new things can make all the difference in how you feel every single day. Now, here's the most important takeaway. Small changes lead to big results. You don't need to overhaul your entire lifestyle overnight. Start with one habit, just one, that resonates with you. Maybe it's swapping white bread for whole grain toast topped with avocado. Or maybe it's taking a 10-minute walk after dinner. Whatever you choose, focus on consistency rather than perfection. Progress is always better than stagnation. Let me leave you with one last scientific insight to reinforce this message. A study from Tufts University found that people who adopted just a few healthy habits, like eating more fruits and vegetables, staying hydrated, and moving regularly, saw significant improvements in their digestive health within weeks. These aren't huge, dramatic changes. They're simple, sustainable actions anyone can take. Imagine what you could achieve by making these habits part of your daily routine. Before we wrap up, I want to give you a simple challenge. Pick one thing from this video, just one, and commit to trying it for the next 7 days. Maybe it's adding a handful of prunes to your snack rotation, drinking an extra glass of water each day, or stretching for 5 minutes before bed. Whatever you choose, pay attention to how it makes you feel. Does your digestion improve? Do you notice more energy? Share your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear which tip works best for you. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips on thriving at any age. Sharing this video with someone you care about, a friend, family member, or neighbor, could also be a wonderful way to spread the message of empowerment and positivity. Together, we can redefine what it means to age gracefully. Here's my final thought for you. Your health is in your hands. Every choice you make adds up, and every step you take brings you closer to feeling your best. So don't wait, start today. Whether you're 60, 70, 80, or beyond, you have the power to create a life filled with energy, comfort, and joy. Here's to living your best life at any age. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. You've taken the first step toward a healthier, happier you, and that's something worth celebrating. Until next time, take care of yourself, stay curious, and keep moving forward.